Yeah, you could do it camping.
Emergency cooking?
Power went out. Gas run out. You didn't pay the electric bill.
Well, I think
All right, Phillip.
we covered all that bullet
Phillip
point.
wrote up all these notes. And, it's
Don't show them the episode 7 number, Lloyd. Oh, I said it. Sorry.
Cut.
No, we're going to proceed with
we
that.
need to maybe clap.
That's one of those included bloopers.
All right, this whole thing is one big blooper.
Well, we can't get nothing done. I'm holding out for the blooper reel at the end of the
All right,
series.
let's see if we can start again. Try to be serious, okay? Well, today's episode of the Albritton Letters, and here we are, the Albritton brothers, with the Albritton Letters. How about that? Right behind here, Avis, so you might want to move your head.
And we're approaching, we are approaching a time in the year when it's getting to be warmer. And,
It's just getting a little warmer.
so-
and, hey, that's grilling weather.
Grilling, yeah. So our subject today is grilling.
Yeah.
Grilling food.
Yeah.
Appropriate, right?
It's very appropriate. Yeah, very appropriate. Grilling. What are the main reasons for grilling food outside? Why don't we just cook it all inside on the stove?
It's usually around a social event like a cookout, somebody's birthday or anniversary or something. You have a cookout, have people come over, cook out on the grill. That's to keep people from talking through your house. You
So
keep them
people
outside.
don't grill outside because it's better.
Usually there's an occasion.
Well,
It's usually some kind of outside event.
It
It's
no, it
why
does
we're
taste better to grill outside.
Well, I agree. It does taste better to grill.
Yeah,
To grill
okay.
outside, but it depends. If you have a gas grill, you can just turn it on and put the food out there.
Well, you said in the
But-
beginning,
Charcoal is a process.
you said right at the beginning of this thing you just got through saying that what's the meaning of what makes it, why do we grill outside?
What's the main reason? for
Instead of
grilling?
cooking on your stove inside. What if your stove don't work?
Well, then that would be a good way to
There you
grill
go.
outside. Yeah, but most of the time when people grill outside, it is not because their stove doesn't work.
Well, I agree. It's an activity.
Some foods seem to be more conducive to grilling, like steak. If you go down, we rarely eat steak around our house because we're poor. But on those occasions when we have a steak, it'd be about every 10 years, then we probably would want to grill it because I like grilled steak. That's really the only way I
Well, that's what makes the Whataburger hamburger so much better than all the others is the grill. They cook it on an open grill.
Don't they advertise at
That's what they
Burger
advertise.
King or somewhere?
It's Burger King.
Charbroiled?
Burger King, charbroiled. And you can see the smoke coming out the top of the building.
So,
They're
It
in
does
there
taste
grilling.
better. It
They're in
does
there
taste
grilling,
better. Grill.
yeah.
But as
Far as
activities
goes,
is
is it something? You're from Philippines.
Is
it more routine for them to have a cook outside than inside?
They mostly do cook outside because that's just a matter of economic necessity. It's called the dirty kitchen. Cook outside because it's too hot in the house. You start cooking inside.
But here in Western rich worlds, we just cook outside for activity.
Yeah, outside we do it just for.
We
a
can't
matter
stand
of
that very
get
long
together.
because we can't live without our air conditioning.
Right.
Over there, a lot of people
Mosquitoes and
get used
bugs.
to the heat.
Yeah, you just have to deal with it over there. But they do cook outside a lot over there, but not like a cookout, not like we think of a cookout, a grill, somebody's birthday event.
They just cook in a pan.
They cook it, yeah, they got a little gas tank over there and a little 2-burner stove and cook anything.
Well, like you started out talking about meat a minute ago. What's the best? Meat is the best thing to cook on a grill, right?
Well, yeah, you can grill veggies,
Right.
but most people do meat. That's true. Yeah, most people are doing it for the meat. When I go sometimes out to eat at the restaurants, I'll order. Most restaurants have grilled chicken strips or grilled.
Does that mean it's cooked outside, or just
They
on
got
a
a
grill?
kitchen. They got them in the kitchen back there. Okay.
It's the process of how it's cooked, and instead of on a pan or submerged in grease and oil, the grilled, to me that indicate that the drippings have gone somewhere else, and that you're left with the pure meat product, whether it's a hamburger or a steak or
It's allegedly
chicken or
healthier
whatever.
then.
It's allegedly. I think it is. It drips all those
Well,
fat
probably
drippings is dissipated into the fire.
What about the seasonings you use on it? Is that different from cooking it inside?
Well, there are certain seasonings that go with grilling. Is that Cajun?
Yeah,
stuff?
of course you're going to use seasoning on
Garlic.
whatever, however you cook, but it may be different for grilling outside than what you would use inside. But mostly that's because inside Mama's cooking and she has her spices that she uses, but outside Daddy's cooking and Daddy going to use his spices. So that may not be the same shelf of
Now, what about
condiments.
now? Spare ribs are a favorite grill or barbecue. rather.
Barbecue. Yeah.
So you grill them on the grill, but then you,
Barbecue's not a meat. Boy, barbecue is a method.
But I'm saying that when you do spare ribs, typically you barbecue those. You don't just grill them. You barbecue them. You cook them on the grill with that barbecue.
Well, sauce. You put that barbecue sauce. on it.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been told you don't put sauce on it until it's already cooked. You bring it in to eat it, and then you put sauce on it.
Who told you that?
That's just
Somebody?
That's just a grilling rule. See, I got a friend up in Georgia who has this big high end grill, a big egg,
High end grill.
a big high end grill, the big egg, the big green egg. It's called the green egg. You ever heard of that? The green egg.
I've heard of the green egg.
And he swears
I saw that
that
on
you
TV.
don't put
Mark and Mandy.
you don't put sauce on it while it's cooking. It'll burn. The sauce will burn. So I observed that rule, and I don't put it on there, and I don't get that sauce burning on me. You know.
Well, sometimes these old wives' tales get started and they aren't necessarily true.
Wives' tales.
Well, everybody has their favorite
It may-
procedure and the way they do things this way or that way, and you could probably ask 10 different people how to grill, and you'll get 10 different procedures.
It depends on your method too, and your grill, the style of kind of grill it is.
Yeah. Now, I didn't cook out a lot on a big Sopranos type of cookout grill, but we used to use those little hibachi pots, the little cast iron thing sits on the floor. You got a little grill top on it. It's not for a big cookout. That's usually just for a individual kind of thing.
Well, somebody
Small portions.
gave me one of those years and years ago when I was young, and we used to cook it. My wife and I would cook it out when we lived in a little apartment. We'd cook it
Yeah,
out
on a
back
patio or something.
It was
Just
a
so,
little,
you set it on a table. It's a little short-legged thing.
or on the ground. You could
It's
sit
better on the cement because so it doesn't
sit on
burn the
cement.
tabletop or
And
something.
it was just a ceramic, and let's see, was it with charcoals? Yeah, I think you just
Yeah.
put the charcoals in there, and we cooked some wonderful chicken, and it was a special.
Was it a
food.
Weber?
I don't know what a Weber is. That
That's a brand. That's a brand of a grill.
I think Weber is those big black round ones. That's you could put a
They-
whole family of steaks on that.
Right.
thing.
Weber does make a big round one, but they make more economy size ones too, but they're still good. I've got one that I've had for 15 years.
Yeah. Well, the ones that I'm speaking of, the little hibachi pot is a small one. It's cast iron and it never wears out. I've never seen one rust through, as opposed to those round black ones that you buy from
That's thin steel.
Home Depot.
Yeah.
That's real thin. They rust out pretty quick.
Yeah,
I never seen one that wasn't rusted out.
they don't last
They-
very long.
eventually
I've had
they
two
will.
or three of those, and they don't.
All that
last.
heat and then washing them and then the rain gets, they're going to get rusty. And
But the key to grilling or cooking out, or whatever phrase you want to use, is the preparation, how you prepare what you're going to eat. And the preparation's a lot of it. And that all comes down to different styles and different procedures.
Lloyd told me that
Seasoning.
don't matter. He just salt and pepper. That's all he uses.
Well, that's
That's
his
all I
method.
use, salt.
That's the way he does it.
Maybe some garlic.
You can, if you're cooking
little
chicken,
garlic.
I can tell you right now that cooking chicken, if you're going to grill chicken, you want to marinate that in some 7-Up, the drink, 7-Up drink.
No, I would never do
Marinate it in 7-Up, and I guarantee you that it'll taste
Oh,
better than
you-
any chicken you ever had.
That reminds me, when I was out in California visiting my daughter, she made some of this Mexican food on the grill, and she went and bought it all prepared at the Mexican store, and they sell you the meat all cut up and prepared and everything. And so she asked them, "What do you use to marinate it?" Sunny D. They use
Yeah.
Sunny D,
Oh,
similar
yeah.
to 7-Up.
It gives a chance for that citrus flavoring or whatever's in there to absorb into that meat. It gives it a different taste.
Now, some people like cooking in the kitchen. Okay, some of us are amateur chefs. A person who likes to grill is usually a person that likes to putter around in the kitchen anyway, right? I mean,
Not always.
I don't particularly like to grill, but I don't particularly like cooking in the kitchen either. You know, I mean, I prefer somebody fix my meal and you know, then
Not me.
I eat it.
I like to cook my own meals. I like to cook what I
You
want.
get some pleasure out of that
I get
process.
pleasure out of the whole process. And then when I get done with it, I eat and I wash my dishes and bada boom, bada bing, it's all done.
Well, I have a few simple dishes that I like to cook just because they're simple. But grilling is something that I know it tastes better. I kind of enjoy doing it, but I won't do it because it's so much trouble to put those coals and, you know, do all that stuff to get it ready. But until Gly tells me, my wife tells me okay, tonight we're going to grill these pork chops, then that's my job to go out there and grill them. You know.
Well, you know, speaking of that, it reminds me of a little piece of trivia, if I might be able to throw it in.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Did you know that Putin, Russian Premier Putin, did you know that his father was the chief cook for Joe Stalin?
Really?
And that's a highly trusted position in Russia because, you know...
Could poison the leader.
Get
Yeah.
poisoned, yeah. Joe Stalin was paranoid, and that means he was the most highly trusted guy under his regime, was Putin's father.
So
Putin is a hardcore KGB commie.
yeah, he's the head of Russia, and he comes from a family of cook.
His father was the chief cook for Joe Stalin, who of course murdered 20 million of his own people.
Yeah, that
Well-
cook probably poisoned him. Huh? He probably on staff of the
Well, he had to trust that cook.
head poisoner in chief.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how they do it.
Other than
Any-
possibility of somebody poisoning you, is grilled food better, more healthy to eat?
I think it probably is
I believe it is.
healthier. Yeah. Only in that it would be absent the grease and stuff that we would normally use to fry something. I love fried food now. That's my absolute favorite, but that's probably the worst way of preparing your
Yeah.
food.
Well, the
It's
fried
fried.
food it's different. It cooks different because that hot grease cooks it from inside. But to do that, it retains a lot of that hot grease, and then you consume that with the product.
You
But
mean
if we-
by grilling or on stove?
No, on the stove.
No,
If you're
when
grilling
you fry it.
and you're grilling, that's open under the fire. All you're getting is heat coming up through the bottom, and the drippings and the oils and grease and all that
Going
stuff is
down.
kind of just
It'll make
disappearing.
a
in the-
fire too. It'll
yeah,
flame
it's
up.
disappearing down into the fire. It's not being absorbed back in for you to eat.
Chicken's worst about that. It'll just drip that stuff real quick and burn that chicken.
Well, they, down at the supermarket, they inject that chicken. They inject stuff in there to make it weigh more, so you pay more money for it. But chicken's full of extra stuff that that the chicken didn't grow on there by itself.
Well, keep in mind too on this frying part that when you fry something, typically that would involve a batter. So when you put the batter on something,
Not necessarily. You're
No.
talking about southern fried stuff.
Yeah, that batter
Well,
is not included in the grill. If you're going to grill something, you don't
No,
batter.
I'm not talking about grilling.
Oh,
I'm talking about frying. Frying generally includes battering. A pork chop, you don't batter it in something.
Well, not always.
Not
And-
always.
and
The
not
best-
always, but most of the time.
Well, that from your perspective.
Yeah, and
All the fried I ever, if I'm gonna have fried chicken, it's battered.
All the frying we do has no batter.
Who's we?
We use an wok.
At your house?
Yeah.
at my house, if I tell my wife that I want to have fried chicken, I will get chicken that is cooked in oil. It's hot oil and it's fried, but there ain't no batter involved in it. There's no batter. It's not KFC.
That's a
not
southern thing, Lloyd.
That's a southern thing.
That's
That,
where I
all that
grew up
extra
in the
crunchy
South.
stuff falling all over the
Colonel
place.
Sanders started that.
Who?
Colonel Sanders. KFC.
No, there's no other kind of fried for me except battered.
Well, that's your understanding of it.
And,
but-
and what I'm saying is that batter is what sops up that grease. So that's why fried is bad for you. But if you drain it good, I don't think the grease gets up in the meat and stuff. That's just got.
The batter protects it from the grease. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, the batter is the worst for you. Now that's my
And it-
favorite part. Is I love the
and
batter.
all the seasoning in that batter, it tastes good too, that batter.
The batter is.
But
is
that ain't good
yeah.
for you. That batter ain't good for you.
Well, see, that's one thing about it. I don't worry that much. I never have even factored that in. What was good for me? whether it was good for me or not. I've always factored in how good it was, without regard to whether it's good for me.
A lot of the healthy methods that you use for frying stuff on the stove, without the batter, without too much grease, you can't do it on the grill. You got to use a different technique on the grill because you don't have a little bit of 2 tablespoons of oil in there to fry on. You've got to establish your heating is cooking the meat or the veggies or whatever, and you don't have that grease to heat up. And what grease is heating up is in the meat. So it's cooked a totally different way than frying.
All right, so have we concluded then that grilling is healthier?
Well, I don't know about healthier, but I don't think it's damaging. I don't think it's unhealthy.
Well, I think it's more healthy than frying. Anybody?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure.
What about baking? Baking, you just put it in the oven and bake it.
Yeah, you bake all that grease off, and if you got it on a little elevated
that's just as good as grilling.
What's
then.
similar? It's similar to grilling, but
Bake,
it's
okay.
just not open air. You just don't have the smoke flavor.
Okay, so grilling is a social thing, by at least some percentage.
Well, what we talked about
it
grilling.
goes along with a social event.
We talked about grilling at home in your controlled tools and your own grill and all that. But what if you're like away from home at the beach or at a park? They have these rudimentary rough grills, but
Yeah.
can you do the same job away from home that you could in your grill at home?
Probably you could, but you probably wouldn't because when you're familiar with your, it's anytime you're familiar with your tools at home, you do a better job.
It's a different environment for your cooking. A lot of the preparation is a lot of it, and you just don't have the same level of preparation.
If you was to be living down at the beach,
Or have a camper or something?
have a camper down there, you'd probably figure out the best way, and you'd cook a pretty good steak or chicken on that park grill if you practice with it a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But just going down there rarely, you probably wouldn't be able to whip out as good a meal as you would at home.
but you're also got to contend with sand. If you're at the beach, you got sand getting thrown everywhere.
Oh, you got all that. Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. But sand.
You probably have some contaminants on your grill surfaces too.
Yeah.
You don't naturally. You're gonna have to wire brush all that stuff, heat it up to like 1,000 degrees to burn off all that DNA that's still there.
Yeah.
It's just been out there in the open with the squirrels and the birds and.
But
seagulls,
your body is designed to deal with a certain amount of bacteria, and sand and dirt.
Yeah, but I'd rather not.
I'd rather not, but
Given the
it's
option.
basically all in our head.
Yeah, well, we talked about that in our other podcast about eating soil.
I told you about Charles Gibson.
Yeah, about eating the dirt. Is it beneficial to eat some
Charles,
dirt?
he used to eat dirt.
But we decided that it's not beneficial to eat it by the spoonful like it's a meal. You just happen to get it in your life. You get some ingestion of dirt in your, eating berries or whatever you have in your life. And as a kid, playing as a kid and wiping your snotty nose, you get dirt in your mouth.
Well, the dirt too. Keep in mind that all the wild animals, what do they do in the dirt?
Well, that may be
They
true.
poop
That
in
ain't
the
all
dirt.
dirt. I mean, they don't.
No, but the feces in the dirt, you could get some of that and it could kill you. Some of these beautiful streams out in Colorado, they look like they have what they call. My dog got a thing called Girardia one time.
Girardia.
He was a big old dog. He turned into a greyhound overnight almost. He got a stomach enzyme, and the veterinarian said it was caused from the animals pooping in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got some parasites. He picked up
He got some
parasites from
parasite,
that open environment.
Yeah. So you wouldn't want to eat dirt as a general rule.
Well, no, but I'm saying
Not that the dirt itself would hurt you that much, but
there's that meme. I remember a few years ago they started the little dirty kid with the dirt around his mouth and said he'll grow up and have some immune system.
Yeah.
Will be better than if he wasn't subjected to the dirty life.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I don't know. But you're right. I wouldn't be out there eating the dirt. So.
Yeah, that's a bad idea to go out there and eat dirt. Just
But what
just
about
based
if you-
on I want to have a good immune system. Give me some dirt.
So does that apply then to the grill, the dirty grill? That's what I'm saying. If there's
to a certain degree. Yeah, it's not as sanitary. It's not going to be as sanitary. What about if you drop one of your best chicken legs drops off on the ground? How long do you leave it laying there before you can pick it up?
talking about
and
when
eat
you're
it?
grilling, you drop it on the ground?
Oh, well, in any case, when you drop a piece of food on the ground, what's the rule of thumb?
It's the 5-second rule. You mean?
5
Is that what you're getting at?
The second.
You're camping.
The
and you
5-second
drop,
rule.
yeah, you pick it up and blow it off.
Yeah.
You pick up and
Brush
blow
it a little bit, get them big pieces off of there.
Yeah, you know, when I was a kid and we had that. Was it Halloween? No, that's Halloween trick or treating.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day maybe. Anyway, when you come home with a bunch of candy on the school bus, you know,
Yeah.
and you drop that candy on, ain't no way I'm gonna leave a piece of candy laying on the school bus floor or even in the dirt. I'll pick it up and wipe it on my britches and blow it a
Yeah.
time or two, and
You got any grilling
down,
secrets?
down it
Sterilized.
goes.
You got any grilling secrets that I don't know? Like
My grilling secret is a 7-Up in the chicken. Marinate the chicken in 7-Up. That's the only
Uh-huh.
secret I know about.
Yeah, I
grilling.
marinate mine. I'm not in 7-Up or Sunny D specifically, but I like to marinate it a long time before. Soy sauce and vinegar and
Yeah.
salt.
Yeah.
I think the
Garlic.
key to good grilling is getting your temperature just right. It's got to be hot enough to where it sears that meat pretty good. But if you don't get it hot enough, it takes too long. You know, but if you get it
can't
too hot, you'll burn your meat.
You can't adjust the temperature though when you got charcoals unless you just spread
It's
them out.
hard, but you have to.
Yeah.
Well, let me share
You
you
know,
another
a
secret too,
range.
and this again applies to chicken mostly. But whenever you're going to barbecue chicken or grill chicken, most people don't get it done all the way through. So what I like to do is make sure it's been boiled first. I'm going to boil my chicken first, then I'm going to put it in the marinade in the refrigerator, and then when I put it on the grill, it looks like it's ready to eat, but it ain't. It's just been boiled for a little while enough.
Blanched,
It's just been blanched, yeah, to get that inside goo out of it. You know,
Now, that's a good plan because
but
that's a problem I have grilling chicken.
when you grill chicken, don't ever put raw chicken on the grill. You got to boil it first. And then the first thing you do is out of the package is to boil it, get a lot of the fat out of it, and whatever poisons that the supermarket injected into it, all that gets boiled out of it. And then you put it in your marinade bag or whatever you're going to do to marinate it.
Well, that's a good plan. I nothing worse than having a chicken you think is done.
Right.
Let's go smell it. You're ready to eat that baby, and you bring it in and cut into it, and it's blood.
Yeah.
Still bloody.
It's got that crust on it, like Lloyd likes to have with his KFC style covering on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you bite into it, it's bloody inside.
Yeah.
It's just
Microwave time.
Yeah, it's not a good piece of
Sometimes that's
chicken.
true. I'm not a big Kentucky Fried fan.
Well, it's just an example for that, having that crunchy.
They used to be better than they are now.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Well, I don't
Kentucky
know.
Fried, when it first came out,
We'll save
that's
the
back when the Colonel.
we'll
was
save the
in
discussion
charge.
of KFC for another podcast.
Okay.
We're about out of time, actually.
We're actually okay. We're 29 minutes, but we're 4 minutes in, so plus four.
When we finally started, it was a couple.
We can go
minutes.
to 34, 35 minutes.
No, we can't go to 34 or 35 because we didn't start our actual podcast recording until it was like
4 minutes.
Was it 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Well,
We're 4 minutes into
Okay,
it, so
we're burning up time now. So
yeah. Phillips won't argue.
but not 34 minutes. We can't go to 34.
Phillips always. All right, we'll go with 35 minutes then.
That's all right.
And that's
I'm
always
the one that does the post.
that's always editing. Okay. Look, that's another way Philip has of controlling. If he doesn't like it,
I can
if
just
you
cut
or
it
I
out.
say
Edit you out.
something stupid, he leaves it in.
yeah, he's liable to.
If he says something,
This whole episode, he's liable to put a wall right here.
yeah, Philip, he's very controlling.
You're just in audio.
Okay. Anyway, let's see here. Can you grill properly? Or we talked about that. And what are some unique grilling strategies? I think we've covered it here, Phillip.
That's what I mean. We're just about out of our
always
subject
boil the chicken. Marinate your meat in something before you cook it.
Well, it's just not that much
Regulate your heat.
to say about grilling.
Find a way to regulate the heat. That's true. It'll burn up if you let it catch fire. You got to watch it. Don't ever walk away from a grill that's cooking.
That's
Well,
right. If you go inside and it don't matter if it's 1 minute, you'll come back and it'll burn.
It's going to be flames shooting out the cracks of
yeah,
that.
you can't walk away from it.
You can't walk away from it. Yeah.
Now,
High five.
I figured out a way to grill shrimps on the grill. I've got this pan that's got holes in it.
Oh,
So I put them in this.
You
little
figured
pan.
out how to. You invented grilling of shrimp.
Yeah.
I've been eating grilled shrimp, Phillip, for years.
put them on a little stick.
You didn't invent that.
You shish kebab them, don't you?
Shish kebab 'em, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Are
Not
you
my
sure?
way.
I think you got to do that shish kebab.
No, not my way.
When we grew up, we didn't eat any shrimp. That was
We didn't know what it was.
That was high end.
Yeah, we didn't know nothing about no shrimp.
Seafood was from stuff down in Brushy Creek.
Brim. That's the only thing I ever eat was brim. We had some relatives now that used to go shrimping. Uncle Winkle over in Mississippi. They went, and we'd go to their house sometime. And they would cook fish.
Yeah.
But that's the only fish we ever got.
Well,
Yeah, and I never-
catch a little brim or something.
What's these little mud bugs people are so crazy about?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. I never heard of a dad-burned crawfish till I was in my 50s. You know, what a crawfish? I thought that's something the Beverly Hillbillies did, crawdads, you know.
I never had eat any
I see
of them.
people sucking on those things, and I think
Yeah.
it's just gross to me. I can't stand the look of it. I
Yeah.
can't say how anybody
people
would
that
like it.
like them, really like them.
Yeah, it's the ones. That's the ones that eat dirt.
Yeah, but when I've cooked them, Juvie used to like them, but Glide don't like them. But whenever we would cook them, I would always try one. She and I'd give her the head, and it was like there's nothing to eat here, but the
You gotta
gut.
suck that head.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
When you
it's like eating a roach.
When
Yeah.
I worked out on oil rigs for a few years back in my 30s, and all these, they call them kunases, Cajun people.
Yeah.
They love them crawfish. They would order a big bucket of crawfish, be brought out there to them, and they'd sit around the table sucking the heads, and it just almost makes me sick just watching
yeah.
them. It's
Well, see,
like eating a roach.
these were poor people. That's all they had to eat growing up, so they think it's a delicacy. I think that's the greatest
Well,
thing.
you know what? If you look in the Filipino culture or Mexicans or the Chinese, the
Yeah.
stuff they eat, they were
Yeah.
very poor.
Yeah, chicken heads and chicken feet.
They
yeah,
eat
all
what
that stuff.
they had. That's why they ate it,
They
not
eat-
because it was good. But it ends up poor people food. And
Yeah.
over here we have a big fancy restaurant.
Yeah,
A Mexican,
cooking crawfish.
Mexican food or Filipino food
Yeah.
or whatever. And that's really it. All started out is people didn't have nothing else to eat.
In
That's
summation,
what the poor people ate.
can we? Are we ended up saying that grilling is for poor people mostly?
Maybe.
If they don't have stove.
it's a good alternative if you don't have a stove.
That's a maybe, a definite maybe.
Yeah, you could make a grill out of a coffee can. You can make a grill.
That's right.
You ain't
That's
got
right.
nothing else. Works just fine.
Why do they call the front of a car the grill?
Now that's a subject for another day. I really don't know.
Does that have anything to do with
Well, probably
cooking?
because it has a grill, because it has the little bars kind of, and it's not solid. A car grill is not a solid piece of metal.
No, but
It's-
the grill we cook on also has those little bars.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's why why they call it a grill, because it's shaped like a grill. That's little
slots,
horizontal
slats.
slots. Yeah, we call it a grill. You could take it out, turn it to the side, and you could grill your steak on it.
Getting into more philosophical
Yeah,
stuff here.
we don't want we get it talking about possums and
We'll
weather.
go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's cut it off here because I don't want to make the extended too long.
Yeah, I think we should call it the end because we're
We're
getting,
34 minutes.
we're getting
Yeah.
a bracket.
So goodbye everyone from the Albritton Letters with me and my two esteemed brothers Avis and Lloyd.
If Phillip has behaved badly, please forgive us.
We'll be back with you another time.
Sayonara.
Adios.